Okay, 10 questions and answers in English about loneliness. Reading in a bit more detail so you can practice. What is loneliness? Loneliness is a feeling of being isolated, of disconnected from others, but even if you are surrounded by people. Is loneliness the same as being alone? No, being alone is a physical state, while loneliness is an emotional experience. You can be alone and feel happy, or be with people and still feel lonely. What are the main causes of loneliness? Loneliness can be can cause caused by lack of close relationships, moving to a new place, losing someone important, uh, or feeling misunderstood. How does loneliness affect affect mental health? I can increase the risk of depression, anxiety, stress, and low self-esteem if it lasts for a long time. Can loneliness affect physical health too? Yes, studies show that chronic loneliness can increase the risk of heart problems, sleep disorders, and a weakened uh, immune system. What can people overcome loneliness? They can reach out to friends or family, join social groups, volunteer, or practice hobbies that connect them with others. How can technology help with loneliness? Video calls, social media, and online communities can help people stay connected, especially when they are far from loved ones. Can loneliness sometimes be positive? Yes, short periods of solitude can help people reflect, recharge, and discover more about themselves. What role does self-compassion play in loneliness? Self-compassion helps people avoid blaming themselves and encourage them tend to treat themselves with kindness during lonely times. What is the most important step to reduce loneliness? The most important step is to take action, whether reaching out to others, building new connections, or working on self-growth to feel more confident in relationships. Human Right by Charles Bukowski, Chapter 19, Part 2. One day, Mr. Freitag gave us, gave us an assignment. Our distinguished President Herbert Hoover, is going to visit Los Angeles this Saturday to speak. I want all of you to go here of President, and I want you to write in essay about the experience and about what you think of President Hoover's speech. Saturday, there was no way I could go. I had to mow the lawn. I had to get the hairs. I could never get all the hairs. Almost every Saturday, I got a beating with the razor, except because my father found a hair. I also got stropped during the week, once or twice for other things I failed to do or didn't to write. There was no way I could tell my father that I had to go see President Hoover, so I didn't go. That Sunday I took some paper and sat down to write about how I had seen the president, his open car trailing flowing streamers, had entered the football stadium, one car for a Secret Service agents went ahead, and two cars followed close behind. The agents were brave men with guns to protect our president. The crowd rose as the president's car entered the arena. There had never been anything like it before. It was the president, it was him, he wept. We cheered. A band played, seagulls circled overhead, as if they took knew it was the president, and and they were skywriting airplanes too. The word wars in the sky like prosperity is just around the corner. The person stood up in his car, and just as he did, the clouds parted, and the light from the sun fell across his face. It was surrounded by Secret Service engines, walked to the speaker's platform. As he stood behind uh, the microphone, a bird flew down from the sky and landed on the speaker's platform near him. The president waved to the bird and laughed, and we all laughed with him. Then he began to speak in the near a popcorn machine, which made a lot of noise popping the kernels. But I think I heard him say that the problems in Manchuria were not serious, and that at home everything was going to be all right. We shouldn't worry. All we had to do was to believe in America. There would be enough jobs for everybody. There would be enough dentists with enough debt to pull, enough fires and enough firemen to put them off. The, to put them out. Mines and factories would open again. Our friends in South America would pay their debts. Some we would all sleep peacefully, our stomachs and our hearts full. Uh, God and, and our great country would surround us with love and protect uh, us from evil, from the socialists, evacuate us and from our national nightmare forever. The person listening to the applause uh, wept, then went back to his car, got in, and was driving followed by carloads of Secret Service agents as the sun began to sink. The afternoon turned into evening, red and gold and wonderful. We had seen and heard President Herbert Hoover. I turned in my essay on Monday. On Tuesday, Mr. Freitag faced the class. I've read all your essays about our distinguished president visited Los Angeles. I was there. Some of you, I noticed, could not attend for one reason or another. For those of you who could not attend, I would like to read this essay by Henry Chinaski. The class was terribly silent. I was the most unpopular member of the class by far. It was like a knife slicing through all their hairs. Is ever creative, said Mr. Freitag, and she began to read my essay. The words sounded good to me. Everybody was listening. My words filled the room from blackboard to blackboard. They hit the ceiling and bounced off. They covered Mr. Freitag's shoes and piled up on the floor. Some of the prettiest girls in the class began to snake glance at me. All the top guys were pleased. Their essay hadn't big word sheet. I drank in my words like a thirsty man. I even began to believe them. I saw Juan sitting there like I punched him in the face. I stretched all my legs and leaned back. All to some, it was over. Upon this grand nod, said Mr. Friedax, Henry dismissed the class. They got up and began peeking out. Not you, Henry, said Mr. Friedax. I sat in my chair and Mr. Freitas stood there looking at me. Then she said, Henry, were you there? I sat there trying to think of an answers. I couldn't, I said, no, I wasn't there. She smiled. That makes it all the more remarkable. Yes, ma'am. And you can leave, Henry. I got up and walked out. I went my walk home. So that's what they want. Lies. Beautiful lies. That's what that's what they needed. People were fools. It was going to be easy for me. I looked around. Juan and his body were not following me. Things were looking up.